Hey, my name's Chris, and my wife's name is Becca, and we have 5 kids. I'm in school at Asbury Theological Seminary, and I work on staff at a GMC congregation. My question is twofold. Number one, what is the process for a UMC congregation to become a GMC congregation? And number two, what is the process to become clergy in the GMC?
Hey Chris, thank you so much for your question about how congregations and how pastors can join the Global Methodist Church. We here in South Georgia have a lot of resources for you that are on our website, which is sgagmc.org. We encourage you to go and check them out, including all the forms that churches and congregations will need for joining. In a nutshell, for congregations to join the Global Methodist Church, we encourage that you would take some time as a church to study the doctrines and disciplines of the Global Methodist Church. You can find that on the globalmethodist.org website. We especially want you to take a look at the structure, the beliefs of the church, and see if that's a good fit for your congregation. See if that's where your church is. If you guys are passionately committed to making disciples of Jesus Christ, that are passionate worshipers, that are loving each other extravagantly and witnessing boldly for Jesus Christ. That's the mission of the Global Methodist Church, and if that's where your heart is, we'd encourage you to study that and explore and determine your identity as a congregation. Once you have done that, all it takes to join the Global Methodist Church is a congregational vote, what we in the former United Methodist Church used to refer to as a charge conference. We'd encourage you to have a congregational meeting where all of your professing leaders, professing members can come together and make a decision on joining the Global Methodist Church. There's wording for how you can do that on the websites that I mentioned earlier. And you call everyone together. Your leadership at your church determines the percentage of that vote. And once that has been finished, there are forms that you can fill out on our website at sgagmc.org and submit them for approval from our annual conference, and then we will pass those on for approval from the Transitional Leadership Council of the Global Methodist Church. For pastors who are desiring to join the Global Methodist Church, we would encourage you to go to the globalmethodist.org website and check out the Transitional Book of Disciplines, especially check out the beliefs section, the doctrines at the beginning of the Book of Doctrines and Disciplines, and see if your heart is there with those beliefs. There is a higher level of accountability to the doctrines and discipline in the Global Methodist Church than you may have been used to in your previous situation. So once you've investigated and found that this is where your heart is, we would encourage you to fill out the application. You can find that on sgagmc.org. You can fill out the application to have your credentials recognized in the Global Methodist Church. You do not need to surrender your credentials in your annual conference. Under the United Methodist Book of Discipline, you can transfer your membership to the Global Methodist Church as long as you are continuing in ordained ministry. There's all kinds of information on sgagmc.org on how you can become a member of the Global Methodist denomination, depending on what your situation currently is in your ordination or licensing. I would encourage you to go there and check it out. And if you have questions, please submit them to info@sgagmc.org. There will be a complete list of instructions. There will be a complete list of all the forms that you need to seek to become a member of the South Georgia Provisional Annual Conference and the Global Methodist denomination. So we hope that you are excited about this new work that God is doing, and we appreciate your interest. And Chris, I thank you so much for your question, and I wish you the best as you complete your studies at Asbury Seminary, and we look forward to joining hands with you and serving in ministry if that's the way God is leading. Take care.